Roberts here with another episode of the Adventure Box Podcast. Wait a second. It's Friday, which means it's almost the weekend. So we don't do podcasts on Friday. We are doing a Stump the Creator. Now this is a contest. This is a game where every Friday, because we don't want to have like long podcast, put together long and complex podcasts, videos. We don't want to do any of that things, but we want to keep in your mind. So we actually put out a video on our game. And this video is something that's very easy, and you basically provide everything for us. It's called Stump the Creator, where you try to stump me at my own game. So this is not a, what's the one card that does this? It's like, you know what, I have 1,000 cards. I can't tell you that. I'm getting old, I don't have memory, that type of stuff. But maybe it's not I'm not old, so there you go. I'm not that old. But so instead of that, you're trying to ask me questions that have to do with the rules. So you say, hey, this rule says this, and if you do this card and this card and this card, what's the verdict? What happens? And I say, oh, that's a really good question. I don't know. That would be a stump, and that would earn you a prize. Now, if I say, it's a good question, but I do have an answer, that would get you what we call an honorable mention, which is usually like a rare card or such. Now, a lot of times, most of the time, I'm saying, that's a really good question, but it's not to the point of being stumped. Like if you do a clarifying question, where you send me a description of a card, and it's like, you know what, that was worded incorrectly. It's not a stump, it's a, oh yeah, I've got to make that change. Now, if it's a really good one, I'll give you an honorable mention. People like Gabe, I've given so many honorable mentions to, and prizes to, because he stumped me a few times, that we just, so it depends on the person as well. I can't give him a card every time, because he gives me some of the greatest insight into the game, the rules, and also some of the cards and their wording. So today, we're going to be using Gabe as one of our examples for Stump the Creator. He's been doing this, I've been doing this for a long time when it comes to finding these questions out. So let me turn to his question. Let me go to my emails. Okay, this one is on Operation Who Me, and he's actually provided a picture. So let me bring up this picture. And now so I saved it. Now I'm going to open it. Open it. There we go. And as soon as it pops up, you'll see what card it is. Now this is great. This is where basically the Allies in World War II, started by the OSS, which is the American Office of Strategic Services. They created a substance which is, it smelled like a sulfuric. It was a sulfur liquid, and it was very foul smelling. Like basically you passed gas. You broke wind. I could go on with the different names for farting, basically. And so they took this substance, the French resistance, and they would place it in places where it would demoralize the German officers and their soldiers. Basically, someone saying, dude, you stink. Did you do that? No, man, I didn't do that. Are you sure? Now, I'm not doing it in a German accent, and everyone would basically blame each other. Until finally, dude, it was you. I know it was you. It stinks. Open a window. Dude, we can't open a window. We're in a war. And the tank doesn't have a window. Well, you're in trouble now. Okay. Anyways, so that is the history of the card. Let's go into the actual wording. So this one says, when used, your opponent's morale decreases by 100 points per turn for 4 rounds. Okay, so every turn, or every round, you lose 100 morale points. That's basically what it means. So let's go to what his question is. So, with Operation Who Me, the ability says, when used, your opponent's morale decreases 100 points per turn for 4 rounds. Uh-oh, wait a second. I think I see where he's coming. He hasn't even stated the question yet. Does this mean at the end of 4 rounds, with 4-player game, all of your opponents lose 1,600 morale? So I'd be like, what are you talking about, 1,600 morale? I know where he's going. Since they lose 100 for each round for each turn for 4 rounds, I could see it might be like their turn, but the card states per turn, so it would be all turns taken. Correct? Question mark? Okay, so basically he's asking, okay, so if it's 4 players' turn, everyone has their own turn. 1 turn, 100 points. 2 turns, 200 points. 3 turns, 400 points. 3 turns, 4 turns, 500 points. So that would just be 1 round because there's 4 players. Times that by 4 rounds, that's 1,600 points. So, okay, this again, like I was even saying just a minute ago, this is not a stump. This is more of a I need this kind of question. Guys, Gabe is one of the great examples of amazing fans of the game, because they're giving me insight into things that's like, I did not think of that, or my team did not think about it. I actually put these out for people to look through and make corrections, but sometimes they don't see it until they're actually able to play it. So Gabe, thank you so much for sending us this question. Now here's a funny thing. This is a rare card, so I can't exactly change it because it will never be printed the same way. So Gabe, just so you know, and so everyone else knows, it's supposed to be, when used, your opponent's morale decreases by 100 points per each of their turns for 4 rounds. Each of their turns. So your opponent's, when used, comma, should have had comma, your opponent's morale, comma, with just one, with an apostrophe before the S, so opponent, apostrophe S, which means it's per opponent, their morale decreases by 100 points per one of their turns for the next 4 rounds. That way, it's showing that you lose 400 morale over 4 turns, because it wasn't that big of an operation, but at the same time, it was pretty embarrassing, and it was demoralizing, as I said. So, morale, demoralizing. Okay, there you go. So again, this is not a stump. This is a great question. And as I said before, Gabe's got a lot of my stumps. He's actually stumped me 2-3 times, I think. Gabe, tell me how many times in the comments below. How many times have you stumped me? And then he's also made it so that he's received honorable mentions many times. So he's a great example of what the Stump the Creator game is all about. So Gabe, thank you so much for sending us this question, and please keep sending them. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you next time. Everyone, have a great weekend. It is Friday, and you deserve a nice weekend. So I hope you're able to have that. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.